And Sulky just looks super stoic. He almost looks like he's fake. He's like, that's like not actually Sulky. That's like one of those wax statues. Oh no, he twitched. I was gonna say he looks like one of the wax statues from Madame Tussauds. Is that how you pronounce that? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know French. Whatever. So yeah, that looked kind of surreal for a second there. And it looks like we're gonna be on ground zero, which, as you can see, is like the most imbalanced statistics in our small sample size. Looks like PVT is a little bit fixed, but yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, obviously that won't really affect CVZ. Really, most maps, unless you have like some super weird features, most maps are like basically the same. Like ZVZ is always the same, because you rarely get above 2 base, and your 2 base is going to be low eco anyway, so map usually doesn't matter too much. You know, the exception, like, I guess the exception this season would be Electric Circuit with that back maneuver only. Sometimes we see people try to make use of that as their first expansion, but for the most part, you'll just be seeing the same things in ZVZ, regardless of map. So, going into the game, Hero Join versus Sulky. Now that does mean that we won't be able to see Sulky playing in the StarCraft 2 best of 3, but he will still be able to play in the Ace match in StarCraft 2 if it does get to that. So for you Sulky fans, Sulky StarCraft 2 fans, you can still look forward to that. And it's quite likely that he would get put out in an Ace match if it did get there, considering he's one of the top players in Star 2 out of the Brood War pros, apparently. So, in the top right corner as the purple Zerg, we will have Hero Join. I will probably just keep calling him Hero Join, otherwise I'll like get confused between him and all the other million other heroes there are in StarCraft. There's a million actually. I can only think of 2 really. Liquid Hero, Bi Hero. I'm sure there's like another one. Oh, somebody think of another guy who's using the ID Hero. So, yeah, wait. Why is this white guy standing? Are they filming something? Are they filming a documentary? Oh, that's awesome. Wait, they're doing like some filming for something there. They had like the light reflector thingy and everything. Wow, cool. Anyway, alright. NBC Game Hero. I said Bi Hero already. Hero Shield? Who's Hero Shield? Is that Liquid Hero? Or is that like another hero? Oh, it is Liquid Hero, yeah. I thought so. So, whoops, I wasn't paying attention to the builds. Okay, it looks like 9-pool gas versus a 12 something. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Oh, if he 12 hatches, I'm gonna cry. Actually, wait, no, that's Hero Join 12 hatching, and that's Sulky 9-pooling, so he's probably just gonna win. Yeah, go Sulky! Sorry, I don't really like Hero Join because he basically, like, the first time I saw him play was in the playoffs last season. Where, like, cause like CJ didn't use him at all for the regular season, and then he brought him out in the playoffs, and he just like 9-hatchling all in twice, and like that was it. And I was like, are you serious? It's like that's what you're gonna do? Oh wait a minute, did he? Oh, did he 9-hatch again? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Okay, no, never mind. So it looks like Sulky has got a 6 things out. He's gone straight for a lair rather than for link speed. Now this Overlord of Hero is going to see these links coming out. Of course, they did spawn vertically, so they're going to scout each other first with their Overlords. Actually, never mind. I should have pointed this out earlier. I was too busy, like, you know, messing around with... What was I talking about? Oh, like asking about heroes or whatever. Sulky scouted horizontally with his Overlord rather than vertically, which is unusual on this map. You usually scout the closer natural, but I think he did it to not reveal his position, because sometimes the players, they'll scout, like, in Hero's position, he'll scout vertically, and his Overlord will get halfway, and if he doesn't see an Overlord incoming, he possibly would have change direction of his Overlord, assuming his opponent wasn't at the bottom right. But anyway, Sulky gonna do a lot of damage to this hatchery. Now gonna start picking off some drones. Perhaps he needs to start posting down the drones. Yeah, he does get one drone. Continuing to attack the hatchery. More lings coming in here. He might just get this hatchery immediately here. Hero's lings seem to be a little bit late here. I don't know why his lings are still not out. Oh my god, the hatchery goes down, and the lings don't even get there. So he's not even going to get any free shots off on Sulky's lings. Oh man, lost the drone, lost the hatchery. Hero is now super far behind. Lair already finished for Sulky. And he's just going to immediately retreat with his lings. He knows that Hero is now forced into a very awkward position here. Probably going to just ling all in at this point. Because there's not too much else he can do. I mean, you know, there's no way he's going to get Spire anywhere near in time to defend this. He'll just, you know, if he does want to defend the Mutas, he will just have to get an Evolution Chamber and Spore up. And the thing is, he can't even, like, take his natural again and Spore up, because I don't think the creep will be up in time, so he can't build the Spore colonies there. So you can see, like, Sulky's going to see this hatchery, and there's no way that this hatchery is even going to survive again. Because what can sometimes happen, like, is if the 12 hatch somehow manages to hold this off, even if the 9 pool gets a faster lair, or if it's like a 12 pool expand versus a 9 pool, even if the 9 pool gets a much faster Spire up, the 12 pooler can just like Spore up both his bases and kind of play from there. But in this case, that natural is not going to be finished in time, so there's not going to be any Spore colonies there. And so Hero will just like lose it again. Now, no, Sulky did see that, so there's like not even any chance that the Mutas won't get there in time. Might just pick off this Overlord like that's flying away from his main and then immediately rush over there. I think he'll actually have time to do that as well. Doesn't need to go straight over, but he does want to make sure to deny any Spore colonies, because if that does get up and has a Spore colony there, that will be a little bit annoying. And interestingly, Sulky's actually sending out his Zerglings right now. He does have Zergling speed. It doesn't seem that Hero has his Zergling speed yet, so I think even though he might have a couple of extra Zerglings here, he does have to be very defensive with them. Cannot afford to let Sulky's lings run around here. And oh, I like this very much by Sulky actually. Part of the reason he's being aggressive with these lings is also to allow himself to expand safely here. Rather than relying purely on the Mutas to keep his opponent back, he's also being aggressive with the lings as well. And this is very interesting. A lot of times, like the guy who went 9 pool will actually just leave the lings in his base just to defend against any kind of crazy ling counterattacks, and just use his Mutas to go out and harass, kill Overlords, kill lings, and whatnot. But Sulky being very active with his lings as well, taking advantage of his early ling speed. And it looks like he's going to go for an attack here. Going to use the Mutas overhead and trying to run lings by. Oh my goodness, wow, great move by Sulky there. Forcing Hero's lings back to the Spore colony with the Mutalisks, and then allowing his own Zerglings to run into the main base here. Looks like, is it going to be... Oh man, Hero just running his lings underneath the Mutalisks. They're taking a lot of damage, so even though he had more lings in the beginning, he is now down on the Zergling count. What is Sulky going to do? Looks like Sulky just going to go after the natural here. The lings are going in. He got one volley off of the Mutas, and that's going to be enough to allow the lings to finish off a Spore colony. Going to take down the natural once again, it seems. The Stars team is clapping, and there's the GG from Hero. So Sulky will even up the score 1-1 here, and we will go to a third and deciding game for the Brood War best of 3. You know, well done by Sulky, but it was a bit of a build order win for him. 9 pool against 12 hatch.